Blyth is a town and civil parish in southeast Northumberland, England. It lies on the coast, to the south of the River Blyth and is approximately 13 miles northeast of Newcastle upon Tyne. It has a population of about 37,000, as of 2011. The port of Blyth dates from the 12th century, but the development of the modern town only began in the first quarter of the 18th century. The main industries which helped the town prosper were coal mining and shipbuilding. With the salt trade, fishing and the railways also playing an important role, these industries have largely vanished, but the port still thrives, shipping paper and pulp from Scandinavia for the newspaper industries of England and Scotland. The town was seriously affected when its principal industries went into decline, and it has undergone much regeneration since the early 1990s. The Keel Row Shopping Centre, opened in 1991, brought major high street retailers to Blyth, and helped to revitalise the town centre. The marketplace has recently been redeveloped, with the aim of attracting further investment to the town. The quayside has also seen much redevelopment and has been transformed into a peaceful open space, the centerpiece of which is a sculpture commemorating the industry which once thrived there. On the opposite side of the river are the 9 wind turbines of the Blyth Harbour Wind Farm, which were constructed along the East Pier in 1992. They were joined in 2000 by Blyth Offshore Wind Farm, which consisted of 2 turbines situated 1 kilometre out to sea. These were the first 2 offshore wind turbines in the UK. These wind turbines were all decommissioned, with the final 2 being removed in 2019. A new wind farm further off the coast, composed of 5 turbines, was commissioned in 2017. Blyth is also home to the non-league football club Blyth Spartans, famed for their 1978 giant-killing feats in the FA Cup. The place name Blyth is first attested in 1130 as Bleeder, and takes its name from the river Blyth. The river's name comes from the Old English adjective bly, meaning gentle or merry. The town of Blyth is referred to as Blythmouth in 1236 and Blythemouth in 1250. Had this name persisted, the town would today be referred to as Blythmouth. On the analogy of Tynemouth to the south, little is known of the early development of the Blyth area. The oldest archaeological find is an antler hammer dating from the late Neolithic or early Bronze Age period, which was found at Newsham in 1979. Human skulls, a spearhead and a sword dating from the Bronze Age were found in the river in 1890, as well as a bronze axe which was found at South Beach in 1993, and a dagger found at Newsham. Although there is no conclusive evidence of a Roman presence in the area, an earthwork shown on early mapping of the area, at the location of present-day Freehold Street, is said to have been a Roman camp, but it has also been argued that it may be of Norseman origin or date from the Civil War. Debate also surrounds a mosaic which was found near Bath Terrace. The strongest evidence so far has been a single coin, dating from the reign of the Emperor Constans, which was found during excavations for a dry dock. Also 4 Roman coins were found when digging an air raid shelter in a back garden on Chestnut Avenue. Between the 12th and 18th centuries, there were several small settlements and some industrial activity in the area. The principal industries during this period were coal mining, fishing and the salt trade. Shipbuilding in the area dates from 1748. The modern town of Blyth began to develop in the first quarter of the 18th century. Up until 1716, the land around the Blyth area, the Newsham estate, was owned by the Earls of Derwentwater. But when the 3rd Earl, James Radcliffe, was executed for his part in the Jacobite Rising of 1715, the land was forfeited to the Crown. On the 11th of July 1723, the Lordship of Newsham was put up for sale by the Commissioners of Forfeited Estates at their office in the Inner Temple, London. The land was bought by Matthew White and his brother-in-law Richard Ridley. From the 12th century, most port activities were on the north side of the river, but under White and Ridley the first new quays and houses were built on the south side. And from here the port began to prosper. By 1730, a coaling quay, a ballast quay, a pilot's watch house and a lighthouse had all been built at Blyth Harbour. In 1765 the first breakwater was constructed. And in 1788 the first state with an elevated loading point was erected. Deep mines were sunk at Cowpen Colliery and Cowpen Square in 1796 and 1804 respectively. And by 1855, 250,000 tons of coal was being shipped from Blyth, rising to 3 million tons by 1900. The only industry not to survive during this prosperous time was the salt trade, which was heavily taxed during the 18th and early 19th centuries. During the Napoleonic Wars, the tax was increased to provide funds for the militia.